St David's Catholic College, Jamie Bynan.
Hello, Shmai Bob. Like our colleagues in C. Brenfro, we were concerned at St David's to try and run a project that helped us to improve the literacy skills of our learners, specifically in our A-level areas, where we were trying to improve the high-order skills of our learners, specifically to do with reading. So the way that we went about that was to invest in a training program for all our teaching staff, which was run by STEPS Tactical Teaching. We run 3 staff development sessions over the course of about 6 months, where a facilitator came in and talked to our teachers about innovative and interesting ways of teaching reading. Then after that, we chose 7 learning areas to experiment some of the activities and the resources that were delivered during the tactical teaching program. So how the experiment worked, each deliverer had 2 groups of mixed ability. One group was delivered those new learning strategies, those new interesting teaching and learning activities, and then the other group were denied those strategies. And then what we were looking for was to see if the learning strategies actually had an impact on attainment for the learners. And the way that we managed to assess that was by having a look at the attainment differences at the end of the project. And we were doing it, of course, not only to improve attainment, but try and increase staff awareness of new and interesting learning activities that perhaps they wouldn't have considered previously, to move staff out of their comfort zone, if you will. And after the project, well, we noticed that in 5 out of 7 of the learning areas, they returned assessment results that were higher in groups who were delivered these new teaching and learning strategies. So we think that there was definitely an effect on learners, but more importantly was this effect on teachers. I was running the project and I was really concerned that by the time we'd reached the end of the process, the teachers were really willing and trying to do things in the classroom that were different from what they were doing in the previous year. The effect on learners is obviously why we're all here, but I think the effect on teachers for our supported experiment was the most important, to get teachers to go, well, actually, maybe I have been doing it quite well all these years, but maybe I can try and do it in a different way, and that will make my learners respond better. Specifically, learners kept saying to us how much they appreciated visual approaches to reading, which links into the work that we've already seen from colleges on information technology and so on. And that's something that we'd like to look at now as we move forward. And the other thing, the main theme that came up for us is this whole idea of independent learning. We always say to our students, you know, you should be better independent learners. You should do more work on your own. But actually, if you say that to them, very often they don't know how to go about that, how to actually be independent learners. So one of the aims of one of the things that we've learned from the project and what we want to try and work on now as we move forward is, well, actually, how can you support students to be independent? How can they actually learn to be independent? So then in terms of our overall outputs, we've now put in place improvements to our scheme of work. And I think we've got an awareness now of what activities actually work and which don't work. Because obviously whenever you do a project of this nature, there will be some activities that actually just fall flat on their face, while others are brilliant and the students really embrace them. And I think we've also got a working framework for any future controlled experiments that we might consider in the future. If anybody's interested in the tactical teaching materials, there's some links there for you in the pack as well. It's an excellent course and the materials are very innovative and very user-friendly also. So diolch yn fawr bawb.